Good evening, and another beautiful evening. Yep, it was a hot one, and it's still a little chevaux, but enough of a breeze to make it comfortable. So hope your day went well, and mine did too, if yours went well. Well, mine doesn't depend on whether yours went well, but it did go well. And yes, tomorrow is July the 1st, Canada Day. Boy, I can remember all those years going back almost as far as I can remember. I don't know when the first year the Plum Coulee Braves participated in July 1st tournament at Morden, but I do believe it was probably 1958. Wow, I was 12 years old. And I remember looking at the umpire. It was like a dream. And then I set a goal and lofted my dream way up there. Someday, and I don't know why, I said, I'm going to be umpiring the July 1st tournament. And I'm going to be the whatever umpire for the day. Well, as luck would have it, and as the good Lord directed, and I followed, from 1975 to 1980, I participated as the umpire for those 5 years. Started in the morning and ended up umpiring, calling the final game. And we would alternate, my brother and I, depending on who felt like umpiring the strikes and who would do the bases. But Jack and I umpired for 4 years. I think the fifth year, 1980, I decided that, or he decided that he was going to go to Detroit Lakes and not umpire July 1st. In fact, he was tired. He'd been hit once too often on the mask by a foul tip going at whatever miles per hour. But again, I've said this before, the Plum Coulee Braves, which my brother Jack started together with some other friends, participated in 10 of the tournaments from 1958 to 1968, and we won that tournament 5 times during those 10 years. Jack coached the first number of years, 4, and I coached 67, 68. We didn't win it in 68, but we did win it in 67. Well, those are wonderful memories. That's what July 1st meant to me for so many years. And if it looked like rain and there was an absolute no chance of playing, and I think that happened once, I think. You know, it was a blow. It was like Christmas in the middle of the year. So I just absolutely loved doing that and contributing to the ball game, contributing to the community as an umpire here in Winkler and Altona in Plum Coulee, and of course many areas beyond were invited to go and umpire. So I loved it. I would do it all over again, but at the same time, hey, there comes a time. And I remember probably 2012, that long ago, I remember telling my wife, Judy, at that time, you know what? I'm tired of putting on the equipment. So I stopped umpiring fastball, other than if I could do the bases. And that I still did. And then I umpired a lot of the slope pitch tournaments, especially here in Winkler. We had have a great slope pitch league. And they started somewhere having a round-robin tournament that started Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I had the privilege of umpiring that as well for many years. And then at the same time, We had the Children's Camps International Harvest for Kids, hitting home runs for kids. Well, that tournament was on for many years as well, I think 10 years, and I participated in every one of those tournaments as well. Yes, those are great memories, but they weren't all on July 1st. But this one in Morden, that one was on July the 1st. So I want to just say Happy Canada Day. To many, I'm sure it means many different things. We have so many immigrants here in the Winkler area. Be interesting to see what they think and how they will celebrate Canada Day. I know for most of them, maybe all of them, when they were selected and passed their requirements to come to Canada, it was almost like winning the lottery. I remember Peter Maw. Peter Maw was worked with Manitoba Pork for many years, and then he became a consultant for High Life at Portage la Prairie in bringing in, together with the program that the federal government had, bringing in immigrants from various countries. Most of them came from the Philippines, but some from other countries as well. So then I'm waiting at the airport for my daughter Lynn, our daughter Lynn, to come home from Vancouver. And I meet Peter Maw there at 11:45. I said, Peter, what are you doing here? And he said, well, what are you doing? I told him, but I said, why are you here? Well, he says he was waiting at that time for the last group of immigrants that they had hired to come to Canada to work at the plant at High Life at Neepawa. And so, and he told me that. He said, these people that are going to be coming off the airplane and down the escalator, those people will consider it as winning the lottery, stepping onto Canadian soil and allowing them to start a brand new life. And that's what Canada meant to those people at that time. So what does it mean to you? I know we have different thoughts, especially with COVID and vaccinations and all those kinds of things, but it's still Canada. And I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we have so many people, bringing down this and bringing down that, and for some of those things, yes, I agree that things aren't going in the right direction at this time, but neither are they in any other country. So we are still, and never forget it, that we are still at the point of being in the best country in the world by a long shot. And so, hi there. And so I just wanted to say those kinds of things today, that if you find yourself really down on Canada, just remember, it's the best country in the world still. And you're saying, well, yeah, but it might not be that for long. Well, you tell me. I watched a little something, I couldn't even stand it, about the celebration in China, where in China they were celebrating the Communist Party. And he just said, the president of the Chinese government, they just said, don't you think you're going to tell us anything about our country? We've got the best. Well, okay. How come so many of them want to live here in Canada? Well, for now, that's all I think I have to say. I did have a chance to visit with two agronomists. Okay, isn't all of what I'm going to say today. One was Brunel Sabrin and Terra Agronomy, howdy, at St. Jean. And I asked him about the crop, because a few weeks back he told me it was good, bad, and ugly. And he said, well, the good was still hanging in there, but the bad and the ugly were not. So we're going to have to wait and see. And then I checked with Jason Boat, left field to right field agronomy. Sorry, Jason. But anyway, great team of agronomists that he heads up. And he told me too. He says, yep. He said Brunel was dead on. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there are some crops, like soybeans, they actually go down. They go with that wire tap root and just find moisture. But at the same time, there's some crops like canola blooming early. And I think the biggest thing I heard from Jason at Carmen was, this is the time of year when they put on the product that enhances, keeps away the disease. And so they spray that on. In fact, many farmers use it as a tool and pencil it in right at the beginning of the year. And when they do spray, then they know that there's something there worthwhile to spray. He said it looks like this time around they may not have to spray for 3 reasons. Number 1, the crops aren't that good. Number 2, it's costly if you're not going to get a return. And number 3, they probably don't have to because there is no disease in those crops because it's just too dry and hot. So that's the long and short of what I heard today. So again, it's great to be coming to you a beautiful evening. I'm going to head home on my bike, maybe drive another kilometer or so, and have a good sleep and enjoy Canada Day, as I'm hoping you will too. Somewhere, sometime, somehow, I will see you again, and God bless.